So we want to determine if the figures are congruent. And if they are congruent, then we want to figure out which sequence of transformations will get A onto B, and we can have more than one answer. So if we look, are figure A and figure B congruent? They are in fact congruent, and so we want to see if we can do any of the transformations to get them on top of each other. So if I look at this, if I translate figure A to the left 6 units, that means that it would put it over here in this second quadrant right here. It would be somewhere right here. Okay, then we want to reflect it over the x-axis, which means it'd put it down here somewhere, and it would look something like this. That's not B, so we know it's not that one. Then I'm going to do the next one. If I take figure A and I reflect it over the y-axis, so it's starting here, reflect it over the y-axis, that means that I get right this shape. Then I'm going to translate it down 6 units, so then it goes like this. Okay, that again doesn't work. That's not B, so not that one. I'm going to rotate clockwise 180 degrees, and then I'm going to translate it 7 units. So if I rotate this 100 degrees, or 180 degrees, sorry, that means it's going right here, and it looks something like this. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to slide that to the right 7, which if I do that, that finally matches up with B. So I know that's an option. So we can say, yes, that works. And then if we're looking at this next one, we can see that it wants us to rotate the figure counterclockwise 90 degrees and then reflect that over the x-axis. That means that we would get a shape. If we go counterclockwise, that's this direction. So it looks something like this. And then if I reflect it over the x-axis, that means that it looks something like this, which is not B. So it's just the one, and we can check that off. Okay. And doing that one last time, we can see that A and B are in fact congruent, and we want to figure out what's going to happen to get A onto B. I can see that A's down here in the bottom, and it looks like this. Okay, it wants me to first translate the figure to the right 6 units and then reflect it over the x-axis, which when I do, that puts it right here. And then reflecting it over the x-axis is this line, which in fact, when we do that, we do get the shape that it wants right there. So we can say, yes, that one works. Then what we're going to do is we are going to start over. We are going to reflect figure A over the x-axis and then go 6 units. So we want to see if that works. So if I reflect it, I get this. And then if I slide it 6 units to the right, that in fact works also. So we can pick this one. Okay. Next, it wants me to reflect figure A over the y-axis. So that means it's going to be right here. And then we're going to rotate the result counterclockwise 180 degrees around the original. Well, if I rotate it 180 degrees, that puts it right here in that second quadrant, which is not where B goes, so we know that one doesn't work. And then the last one, we want to rotate figure A clockwise 180 degrees about the origin, and then we're going to reflect that over the x-axis. So that means if I'm going 180 degrees clockwise, I'm going to get this figure right here. Then going over the x-axis, it actually just goes back to right here, which is not anywhere where B is, so we know it's just those first two, which we can check. Okay, if you have any questions, feel free to let me know, and hope you have a great day.